Yo, what's going on, y'all? I'm Cavell Anderson, and we are back with another Veve and Ecomi video. In this one, we're going to be talking about a few different things. So we're going to be talking about the current price and how these levels are amazing. Obviously, if you've watched this channel, then you know I would be excited about this. And then we're going to be talking about today some of what needs to happen if the price is going to reach $1 this year or early next year, and why I think that that's possible. So yeah, we're going to be going over that as well. But first off, we're gonna start with the servers today. So before we jump into that, be sure to drop that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you're new, turn on notifications so you stay updated. And yeah, let's just jump into it. Links are down below as always. But this has been the best experience with Veve servers that I've had since I've joined. Now it was still a little bit of lag. There was still some small hiccups here and there. But overall, I managed to get all of the NFTs today. So that was huge. This was the first time I was actually able to get on before everything was sold out. So this is it's showing progress. I know a lot of people are upset. A lot of people don't like the fact that it's still having hiccups. And I've been seeing it's out of beta now. They can't be having these problems and stuff. Like I don't. People definitely don't realize how early on we are in the life cycle of this project, and people don't understand the vision of where this project is going. People are still thinking that this is going to be some type of Dogecoin, this is going to be some type of other crypto that nobody understands, and that's the problem that a lot of people have with this, and that's why there's not as many investors as you probably would expect, because it's a lot of them that's just uneducated. They're used to the way that that crypto has worked for so long. They don't I guess it's hard to wrap your head around the fact that this is a crypto that acts more like a stock. I guess it will be acting more like a stock, in that the company's biggest product actually has a huge impact on the levels that this goes to. And because so many of the features, so many of their white paper, like so many of their roadmap is not even like there yet. Like we are still so early at the beginning that we're just, like I said, it's still a baby right now. It's still a baby. It's going to rise, and people don't understand that. People are expecting, oh, crypto, this gets crazy returns. Let's jump in, run it up, and get out. It's like, that's not that type of project. And I think this is one of the first of its kind. This Veve is one of the first of its kind, and Ecomi, this is one of the first that we have ever seen. And I don't think that there's really much you can base this off of or compare it to or something like that, because I think that Veve is going to be in the lead when it comes to NFTs by far. A lot of people would disagree since other things are proven and stuff, but most of the people that I see who would disagree that Veve is loads ahead just really does not understand the space. They don't understand how difficult it is for licenses to come. Like people tell me all the time, oh, Pokemon can just start their own NFT platform. I mean, anybody can technically just start their own NFT platform. It does not mean that it's going to have the same impact as a company capable of licensing all of the biggest brands in the world. That, like, Pokemon does not even have the connections that Al Khan does, because Al Khan is the one who got Pokemon in the position that it's in. So it's huge different levels of conversations when you're talking about certain things. So yeah, that being said, I definitely believe that this was the best. This was the best drop that they've had thus far. And one thing that I think a lot of people are not noticing is how strategic they are. So to my knowledge, Ultraman was not released in Asia. It was not allowed to you were not allowed to purchase it from Asia. And the reason that this is a big deal is because if it wasn't blocked because of some like legal reasons or something like that, then that means that this was strategic from Veve's end. And what you got to understand, Ultraman in the United States, it's pretty small and minimal, but Ultraman in Asia is equivalent to Superman in America. So in Asia, Ultraman is literally Superman out there. So releasing it only here, that is an incentive for people to use the marketplace, people to actually buy it. Like, it's going to sell once we get a bigger Asian audience on the Veve app. And that's that, like them doing strategic releases like that, like Powerpuff Girls. Like how you couldn't buy Powerpuff Girls from America. Like, that's huge in America. So people in America will be willing to pay more for Powerpuff Girls, because, and especially because we couldn't get it. So I think they're testing out tactical things and stuff right now to see if they can force engagements, force use of the marketplace. And they're being a lot more strategic and testing things that a lot of people wouldn't even think to test. Like, a lot of people would just, we got the Powerpuff Girls license, let's just put that out everywhere. But they're like, nah, let's see if we can have some exchanges going on between one country and another country and see how many exchanges we can get. Like, they're literally calculating everything. So I think that that's huge. But as you all can see, the price is going down. And I think that the price goes down so much because there's uncertainty around this project, because a lot of people who are invested in this project, they're beginning investors. Like, they don't understand, like, when they invest some money and they constantly look, like me personally, I don't remember the last time I looked at my money, to be completely honest, in this project. Like, I don't really see the point. There's not really much value in it. So I could be down, tons of money and I wouldn't know and I wouldn't care. But a newer investor, I feel like you watch every penny. When you see, down 100, down 1,000, I'm getting out. Like, nah, this project's not going nowhere. And I think a lot of beginner investors do that, like, because they don't understand I guess the roadmap to success. They don't understand how it could take some time and what different things influences price movement. So that's what we're going to be talking about, and how I think this will be possible to get to $1 this year. Now, the thing when it comes down to getting to $1, these things would have to happen perfectly, and the functionality of these things would have to be be executed flawlessly. That being said, I will say I think that it would be more likely earlier next year, based on how long it's taken them to fix certain things now. I don't know if production is going to boost up as they keep hiring people and stuff like that. I can't account for certain stuff like that. But yeah, I think that it has to be executed right. So when it comes down to it, I think one thing that's going to be big is obviously the Binance listing. I think that there's already a relationship between Binance and Veve. So I can definitely see a Binance listing coming. So yeah, Binance listing is going to be huge. And that listing is going to lead to other nice size exchanges listing Veve and Ecomi as well. So I think that that's going to be huge. That's really going to give us a boost in the price. And honestly, after it's been listed on Binance, I don't see it dropping down to below a penny again. So that's going to be huge. Next, we have the Veveverse. That's going to the Veveverse is going to be very, very impactful regardless. But I think in order to maximize how impactful the Veveverse actually is, it's going to require the right features. So that means the ability to have an open world for people to buy up land and build on this land and charge people, like to have a real whole ecosystem. If I want to create a bar for my friends to come in and watch some stuff or listen to some music or something that's NFTs type of music, then they have to pay to get in. I want to be able to charge people to come to my business. I want to be able to charge people. I want to be able to buy couches, buy tables. I want to be able to create the whole experience. And if they just like create everything for you and just leave it there, that's going to be less impactful. It's still going to be huge, but it's going to be less impactful as if the community actually builds everything themselves. Like, this is a world created by the community who's constantly going to be paying real money to make the nicest things. And then that puts you in a position where you can host tournaments, and the person, like, you can give away like Omi, or you can give away like some of the early on editions. Because if you don't know this, Veve actually holds some of the minted NFTs that they do. Like, before they ever put it in the marketplace, they hold some of it. They give some to the company, and then they just keep some of it. So that means it can be an incentive. You can be like, I'll give you this Rizzo, this Batman, and if for the winner of whoever make the most active business in the Veveverse. So whoever's getting the most transactions, whoever's getting the most people in and out, like whoever brings the most attention to their place, they're able to win something. And that would be huge, because this person now pays and buys whatever it takes to make a profitable business in the Veveverse. So now that business is up and running, and you get an NFT for it, a rare NFT for it. I think that stuff like that is going to be 100% possible if they give us the freedom to really create the world how we want to create the world. So I think that could be huge. And if that's the case, obviously, that by itself could be huge when it comes to burning Omi and everything. So, yeah, we have that. Then PAX. I think PAX is going to be very big. No matter how it's done, PAX is going to boost us. PAX is going to be a different way, a more affordable way to buy NFTs. And I just think that by itself is just going to be very, very impactful. So, yeah. Then we have the Marvel release. The Marvel release is definitely going to be huge. That's going to really solidify, like them announcing it and them coming out of their mouths with it. Like seeing that connection to Disney and Marvel for certain. Like, because there's a lot of people who are uncertain right now and it's easy to be uncertain about it because people don't understand how licensing works. They don't understand that you can't just run around using the name Marvel, using Marvel in freaking presentations that you're literally advertising using the name Marvel. Like, you're using Marvel elements in advertisements. That's completely illegal. You cannot do that. So people don't understand that. So it's still up in the air for some people if Marvel is even affiliated with Veve, which, I mean, most of us who actually understands this stuff, yeah, we know they are. So, yeah, Marvel, once that's actually confirmed and released, it's going to solidify this project in a lot of people's heads because Marvel's just comes with a lot behind it. And also, Marvel, like these type of companies, these type of licenses, they're not strangers to, like, right? You know how when you go to the movie theater and see a movie, sometimes there's like giveaways, you text the number and stuff, and you have certain types of giveaways. I can see them starting to give away NFTs and stuff like that at the beginning of movies, like you text in a number or something like that, and I can see them start, like if Veve can get promotion like that, working with some of these brands where right before they release a hit movie, you get people texting on, like, it's that would literally change the game for Veve forever. So that Marvel could be insane. And Marvel, I say that with Marvel because Marvel is one of the companies that puts out the most movies, the most shows, the most everything. Marvel is everywhere. So yeah, Marvel, I feel like it's going to have a huge impact, especially if they go about it the right way when it comes down to being able to get these type of deals secured where Marvel is promoting them in front of their movie. So yeah. Then we have the NFL. Now, the NFL, the impact of the NFL is going to be how much around PAX is based. So I don't know if you're going to be able to it's going to drop like everything else. You're going to be able to buy certain people, or if this is going to be the first PAX that you're going to be able to get. And then also, if this is going to come in PAX, it's going to really come down to how you can open packs and give people something every time they open a pack, but not give them something too valuable, and then not give one specific NFT so much that it's completely worthless and useless. Like, let's say you get the same trash NFT, and then you can't give gem backs either. You can't give gems back, because if you have duplicates and then you just give the gems back for it, then people are just going to keep being able to roll until they get the whatever they're looking for. So, like, I don't know how they're going to exactly do the packs, or if it's going to be limited edition. Like, I don't know how they're going to go about the packs. If it's something that you can do all times around the clock, you can constantly keep rolling, or if it's a high number of editions of those packs, then that could be interesting. Or if they release a pack, or like maybe 100,000 packs, if they release that every month or every other month or something like that, like, so, you know, something reasonable. So I think that would be that's going to be dope. But it just depends on how they do it. That's going to be super impactful. Next, we have Pokemon. Pokemon needs to be confirmed, and then it's going to be based around the Veveverse experience and packs as well. Like, how do we obtain these Pokemon? Because there's like over 800, maybe 1,000 of these Pokemon. So how are we going to obtain this? Are we going to have a whole Pokemon style game inside there? And even if they have the Pokemon license, I don't know if they would be able to secure being able to create a whole Pokemon world. Are you just going to be able to have Pokemon battles? Like what? How are these going? How would this work in the Veveverse? Like, what are you going to do to make the Pokemon experience enjoyable through Veve, and then like different from the game if it has to be different, or if you could just throw in a version of the game, that would be insane. Or maybe they make it so you can buy an NFT here and then play it in the game, like some type of crossover between the company where you work with them. But yeah, it really just, it's so many different ways they can go about doing Pokemon. That experience, that Veveverse experience, like the whole experience of having Pokemon released, I think is going to really be a deciding factor. So with all these things, my conservative price for all these things is $1. I think that we can get to $1 with all these things. If all these things are done perfectly released flawlessly, and that's all done this year, I 100% believe we can hit $1 this year. Because unlike traditional investors and stuff like that who look at market cap and things like that, I 100% understand that does not matter. The market cap, the thing that we have seen historically, it's not going to be what we continue to see because things are going to change. The world is changing more so. Like Dogecoin has proved that market cap matters a hell of a lot. Crypto has proved that market cap matters a hell of a lot less than people have thought it was. Like, it's different things where market cap, like, I think market cap is more valuable in stocks than it is in crypto. So, looking at things like that, I feel like is going to be important. So, yeah, this is just some of my thoughts, some of my initial thoughts. I'm not one of the people who don't think that, I don't think $1 trillion market cap for this is unrealistic. I don't think $1 trillion market cap is unrealistic. Maybe we're not hitting $1 trillion. Well, we're definitely not hitting $1 trillion this year. But I don't think that it's like people. It's people who would argue that this will never hit that. And it's like, what other project has the same level of potential? Like, what other project has that? Because what you got to understand is, I don't care how amazing your favorite crypto is, your favorite crypto cannot be sold to everyone on the planet. There is something, like, I don't care if you get Miss Pac-Man or Pac-Man, Donkey Kong, Mario, there is some license that you can get that's going to attract everybody in this planet to Veve. There is some license that you can get that will attract everyone in the world. Does not matter how attractive a crypto is, unless it's the currency of the world, then it's not going to attract everyone in the world. It's just not going to. And even if it is the currency of the world, it's still not going to attract, or not the currency of the world, but currency of certain places, because we have different currencies everywhere right now. Like, you got the American dollar, you have yen, it's different currencies. Even that's not completely universal. Yeah, everywhere be accepting everybody's, but for everyone to hold one thing, it's not very likely. It's not very likely. You're not convincing people to hold certain things. When it comes to Veve, you can convince every single person to buy an NFT. As soon as they get educated on what the heck an NFT is, and then they see a brand that they like, and then they see it's available for like between $12 to $30, it's like, oh, $30 and this is going to go up in value. You can sell that to anybody. Anybody can pop a 30 in there, see what it do. Just see what happens putting $30 in something. You'd be like, hey, grandma, just put $30 in here. Put $30 in here, buy this, and hold that. And you can convince anybody of that. Like, all these other cryptos and stuff, it does not matter how valuable, how many different use cases they have and stuff. It cannot be sold to everyone on the planet. And that, I think that's the difference between, and that's why it's so hard to do price predictions and stuff like that, because we don't have anything to compare Veve to. We have nothing to compare this project to whatsoever. There's nothing that we can look at historically that has done something like this. This is new. This is different. This is the start of a new age, a new era. We don't have market caps that takes all of this information into consideration. Because Bitcoin, like, even with Bitcoin's market cap where it's at, that's 1% of the world, and then they're all crypto investors. Like, that's a very small niche of people as compared to the amount of people and the amount of different licensors and stuff like that Veve brings to the table. So I think Veve is one of those projects that's going to shock people who are, especially traditional investors. I think it's definitely going to shock traditional investors who only go based off of numbers and don't use logic like that. Like, these traditional investors look at numbers so much that they don't realize that all you're looking at is things that crypto people are doing. This is all what crypto people would do. Not realizing that it's a bigger world outside of crypto. I mean, yeah, investors are cool, investors are important, but it's a difference between getting the investors' attention and getting the world's attention. Like, completely different. So, yeah, let me know what you all think in the comment section down below. I just wanted to give my opinion on this. And this is how I think that it's possible to reach $1 very, very quickly if all this came out perfectly, flawlessly, and yeah, they did some amazing stuff with this. We would easily hit $1, I feel like, and I think we could be going up into some way more money, to be completely honest. I think we could definitely go up into what some people would say is unrealistic. So, yeah, I mean, this is just my thoughts on it. I just wanted to share that with you all. Let me know what you all think in the comment section down below. Best believe, and by the way, I still invest in stuff like Cardano, Ethereum, Bitcoin. I'm invested in all of that. So I definitely understand it from that perspective. What I've noticed is that people who only are invested in those things can't see it from the other perspective. People get blinded by the things that they are knowledgeable about. And knowledge isn't bad, but you still have to be able to keep an open mind. But honestly, I guess that's why visionaries that do common sense shit is so rare. Like, that's why you have only one, like, Elon Musk, and you have only one Jeff Bezos, because they do something. Like, Jeff Bezos does, like, he just delivers stuff from stores to people. Like, that's nothing revolutionary, but people don't think of common sense shit until it's already done. And like I think Veve is one of those things where it's something common sense. The world is moving to the internet. Why not collectibles? Why not add a whole experience where you can use these valuable collectibles, make a whole game out of it, a whole gaming world, and then play with these valuable collectibles all day long up until the point where you want to sell it, and then you get to make a profit from selling it. It's like, it's genius. It is genius. So, and I think we have very few visionaries in the world, and very few people who can see it until it's actually being done. So, yeah. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section down below. Be sure to drop that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. Peace out, y'all.